Zero Carbon Project is tackling climate change using the blockchain and international carbon credits. Zero carbon tokens are underpinned by concrete value, as energy suppliers must use them to pay their transaction fees for using our marketplace. As our consumer base grows, the demand for zero carbon tokens increases, constrained by a fixed supply. To be involved, please visit us at zerocarbonproject.com.
When Gig Guru?
When Gig Guru? Well, first of all, I should say it's not Gig Guru anymore. There was a few issues around the word guru if you globalise, and I didn't own gigguru.com. Tried to reach out to people who owned it. When I couldn't get in touch with people who owned it, we then started analysing the word guru and thought, you know what, it's time for us to have a rebrand. We have bought and now own gigfair.com, which is a much better...
F-A-I-R?
Yes, well, we own them all. I've even got the old English, F-A-Y-R-E.
You
never know. So, yes, we bought Gigfair. It's much better domain choice, I think. That's the brand that we've been talking about to the NGOs, and it represents what we're doing much better than Gig Guru.
Good wordplay with fair as well.
Yeah. So that's the new brand, and there is a really exciting thing that I think I'm probably saying exclusively here, actually, which is the lawyers have finally managed to get themselves together to enable us to sell the gig for actual US dollars on a credit card. So the developed world can buy the gigs exactly like they'd buy gigs from any other platform, people per hour, $5 or whatever it may be. So you'd go on, birthday greeting. You want to say to your son, okay, happy birthday. Instead of buying a card, or maybe as well as buying a card, maybe as well as buying a card on an Xbox, you also want to do something ethical. So you get a birthday greeting done by somebody off the gig economy site, and somebody in Africa or Southeast Asia picks up this gig, says, yeah, I'd like to do it. You've seen the other things they've done. Maybe they can play an instrument. Who knows what they can do, but they've got some little skill. They put together, maybe they put a birthday greeting in flowers on the floor, whatever it is. They put something together, you pay them $5, and it's really easy. So you put your credit card in, $5 goes on, and on your statement it says Gig Fair, and you've bought the gig from us. And then we've got some clever stuff that goes on in the background with all sorts of things that go to an OTC desk and does stuff. It's sort of out of our control. It's a third-party trusted company that we've got to do this. But by working with a third-party company overseas, we managed to unlock this ability for the $5 worth of ETN. Somebody else is de-risking it effectively. So $5 of ETN then gets transferred immediately, well, as soon as the gig is complete and signed off. $5 worth of ETN arrives with that person, so we're not charging any fees for it. And that enables the person at the other end to then, we will be launching this in the places where we've got Airtime top-up, so they will be able to top up their phone with $5. So that is a tangible amount. No matter where they are, they will have a tangible amount of earnings. Now, as it happens, if you're only earning $30 or $50 a month, and you've suddenly earned $5, it's a considerable amount.
Oh, yeah.
Now, when you get the next $5, you're not even going to be spending $5 a month on your phone. So the next $5, what do? Well, the answer is you can top up somebody else's phone. And if you're topping up somebody else's phone and they hand you the money, you now have whatever your local currency is, and you top up their phone. You can even, if it's a family member, perhaps you top up their phone at 50% off, or some discount, so that they've got a benefit from buying the airtime from you. So that airtime is used as a currency in loads of places around the world anyway. So airtime gets used as a currency in these places. So getting it into that airtime is like getting the $5 too. So we are very excited. The question was when. We'll finally get back to the question. We actually had it ready at Christmas. We were supposed to be launching it January, February. We thought we'd launch it with the show. What happened is when we had to drop everything to get South Africa ready to launch for the show. And then when we got boots on the ground in South Africa really quickly, we realised that the app itself is a bit overly complicated. The onboarding was hideous. It was our app, and we were blind to the hideous onboarding that we had. But as soon as we had real people on the ground trying to onboard people, we realised it was terrible. We've learned a few other things. We've got a few things coming out in the next couple of weeks actually on the app. Some of the feedback from South Africa is still being coded. So at the same time, we took a look at our gig economy site and went, far too complicated. My fault. I'll take that on the chin. I had looked at lots and lots and lots of different gig economy sites. I'd taken bits from here and said, oh, I like that idea. And we turned it into something that was overly complicated. I'm a technical person. The team are technical. And what we've done is we've made a system where people could bid against each other. And it was mostly driven by the person buying the service, listing what they want, and then people bidding against each other. It wasn't a bit complicated. It was too complicated. As soon as we got the feedback from our own app, I realised that we made it far too complicated. Then we looked at whether or not we could just undo what we'd done, and in the end we just went, you know what, we need to just design this with absolute simplicity from the ground up. At the same time, we were working with the lawyers because I was desperate at the time to try and stop you having to pay an ETN. Now remember, if you're in America or Europe or wherever you are, and you see a $5 gig, so let's say it was as simple as that. It was the birthday greeting, but to get the birthday greeting, so you see on Facebook somebody else has given a birthday greeting. You're like, oh, I'll do that. I love that. It actually teaches my child a bit about the world. Mm-hmm. What a brilliant thing to do. I'll do it. So you go to the site and it says you need to pay an ETN. How do I get ETN? Well, no problem. You go to exchange, you do KYC, you buy some Bitcoin.
Well, first you got to convert it to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Turkey, right?
Yeah. So not a nightmare, frankly. And what sort of take up did I expect to get off that? Well, I knew we could get some because I was going down the corporate route, but I was desperately trying to get this thing over the line where people could pay on the card. Mm. And getting that over the line, I can't tell you how hard and complicated that has been, but it has been very hard, very complicated. Thank goodness that is now in place. So people are going to be able to pay on a Visa card. Suddenly it opens up to consumers really easily. Consumers can buy a gig as well as business can buy a gig. And we've swapped it round so that it's a bit more like Fiverr actually now, where people can list a gig for sale and then someone can come along and just look at it and go, yeah, that's what I want to purchase it. It's a much more simple prospect for selling. It's a much more simple prospect for buying. There's no bidding and it's a much cleaner, much simpler process. So the guys, well, you can come downstairs and see over their shoulder in a moment, but they're on it. I've said to them that I want it live in August. We have a habit of missing deadlines. I'm going to aim for September launch, but please, if we don't get it out, guys,
there are delays. And you've got to make sure that
it's got to be right.
It's got to be ready and right, and
it's got to be right. So, but it's a different beast to what it was. Again, things evolve, and it's evolved without even ever coming out. And it's much, much better than it ever was.
Yeah. And then what happens in the back end? So I go on, I want somebody to do some work for my channel or something, and I got to pay them with ETN. I use my Visa card.
Yep.
So what's happening in the back end, and what did you set up?
So we've got a couple of third parties. We've got one party that's come aboard that loves the project. I can't name them, but they can name themselves if they choose to do so. So we've got a third party that's come on board that loves the ETN project. They are interested in stacking up ETN themselves, actually. But they said, look, we understand what you're trying to do. We are unable to accept cash and spend ETN. That our lawyers say we can't do that as a business. Mm-hmm. I'm not allowed to set up another business because it then just becomes sort of part of this. So we found these guys that have said, yep, you know what, we'll de-risk that for you. Mm-hmm. We believe in the project, so we will take that. We will delve into the exchanges to make purchases of ETN, and we are confident that we can run a float and we can provide it because they want to see it succeed. Mm-hmm. So we found these people that are going to de-risk the model. There may be a small reduction in that we're taking credit cards, so that there's going to be maybe 2-3% or whatever. There's going to be some cost to it. So when I say
which will go to the credit card companies,
so when I say $5 and they get $5, it may not be absolutely like that. There may and there may be some other costs that we haven't yet figured out, but largely we're not trying to make profit. That's the important part. So there may be some costs, but there's no profit. So and these guys are happy to do the same thing. They just want to see a successful project. So by bringing those guys on, we've also worked with an OTC desk, so an OTC over-the-counter trading desk who has an algorithm for working with multiple exchanges and doing other stuff with the buyers and sellers. So they are working with the NGOs to make it easy for the NGOs. That was important. We've got them over the line, and they are also working with these guys to enable that part to work as well for the seamless Visa to ETN. But in fact, the business that is dealing with Visa has nothing to do with crypto.
Right.
So we've set that up. That's called GigFair Limited. It has nothing to do with crypto, and we can say to a Visa card, we have nothing to do with crypto, because we don't. We have literally nothing to do with crypto. But a company over here sells us gigs, and they sell us the gigs at $4, and we pay the dollars with a bank transfer once a month. So we take Visa bank transfer. We've got nothing to do with crypto, which we haven't. That business is nothing to do with crypto in any way, shape, or form. Just happens that this company over here pays this company over here, and this company over here pays over there in ETN. I mean, it's just one of those ridiculous, convoluted systems that only lawyers can design. But ultimately, everybody is now sat around at some great hourly expense and said, yes, that will now solve the problem. Banks are going to be happy because you are not touching anything to do with crypto. That business is legitimate. Nothing to do with crypto. This business over here is doing bank transfers, which is okay, and they can transfer over here, which is not even in the UK, I might add. And this company over here can work with ETN. So
and then the person in the other country who's doing the work gets the ETN.
Exactly right.
Okay.
But it's all using our instant payment system.
It's
KYC system. It's all So
it's almost like Ripple or Stellar Lumens in a way. That sort of setup. Not so much Stellar Lumens, I don't know, but certainly Ripple. I can get it. Okay. Anything else you want to let us know about GigFair?
No, other than we're working tirelessly on it, and we've now put the whole team on it. So there's a few things that have gone on that are secret that are going to come out at some stage in the next few weeks. And that's, funnily enough, was rolled out in an update. So lots of updates have been taking place with the app. There's some stuff out there that enables us to switch on some more countries, which I'll keep the names under my hat right now. But you're going to see that happen fairly soon, fairly imminently. But now they've finished that project, they have all now moved across onto the gig economy. So every single person downstairs, short of actually Pentecostin, who are still working on the app interface with some exciting things, everybody else is on gig economy. So
I'd like to know about those exciting things.
I'll show you.
Okay. Now, Unlimited and South Africa and the other countries.
Yep.
What's happening with them?
Well, because I'm not going to mention who they are, but in the next few weeks you'll see more countries coming on. We've done something else clever there as well, which I won't cover in this video, but I will cover at some point in the future, which again is a de-risking model. Once again, we hope to have more live by now previously, but it takes quite a lot of, forgive the non-business expression, but it takes quite a lot of balls for these businesses to embrace crypto. They already make money, right? So they're normally not short of a few bob, and they have to now embrace cryptocurrency risk. So one, their own brand being associated with crypto, etc. So we found a way to de-risk that for them. Once again, via lawyers and third parties and various things. But it has researched all the interest that we had is there and more so. So we're fast tracking a few of those, and the first of those are going to start coming out in the next few weeks. So and it unlocks, genuinely, I think it unlocks a monster. We'll have a big rush this year.
Right.
So,
and no clues as to which parts of the world.
I never like to, until there's a wet ink on a piece of paper.
Sure.
I don't like to commit. I've committed in the past. I've still got the bite marks.
Yes, I got it. And then anything you want to let us know about the Unlimited in South Africa and what's happening there, and then what's
again? So there are some things that I don't want.
What can you say publicly, if anything?
Well, it's all good, and
it's all good.
it's all good. And just watch this space. We've got more things coming in South Africa, but I don't want to say what they are yet because we are working closely with the Unlimited, and that closeness will increase.
Sure. Okay. And let me just check. Is there anything else? Anything else? Oh, exchanges.
Well, one thing I've just noticed on your list, I see staffing. So
you did mention you've got about 40 people here.
Yeah, but we've also taken on a full-time recruiter now. Mike's come on board. Great guy. He is working. We've got the LinkedIn sort of recruitment suite, which a recruitment agency would have. We've bought that in-house for him, and he's coming on, and he's spending all day headhunting people for us. So,
what sort of people are you looking for?
We are looking for project managers because we've got so many projects. All these countries need project managers. So we've got project managers that we're looking for. We're looking for more coders, as always. UI, UX people. We're after marketing people, social media people, creatives, Who else we got? I don't know. Goodness, we've got about 7 jobs on LinkedIn right now, but that's because our system that we pay for, the license gives you the ability to have 7 concurrent jobs. So we have 7 roles because we can only afford 7 licenses. No, we'll keep those slots filled. So even when we fill one role, there you'll see another one go up. But we have a full-time in-house recruitment guy that is now running through. So we're massively expanding our marketing team because, this is one thing. So people have shouted at me for years, when are you going to start spending money on advertising? But there's no point advertising a product that wasn't finished. You know, if Coca-Cola started, let's say Coca-Cola started with $1 million.
Got a bottle with nothing in it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're still mixing in a bar. Oh, that doesn't taste so good. Yeah, you've got to have the product, and we're very close to having that product. But we've gone through the trials, and we've done the trials in South Africa, and we've learned a lot. And then the results of that will come through. As soon as we have the gig economy out, that's tied to come out with the new countries. We'll actually have new countries out before gig economy actually, but we'll have new countries coming online, and then you'll start seeing us spending loads more money on brand building because we'll need that brand building in those countries to bring more merchants on. So don't think that we're not going to do it. Everything takes time. Got to be in the right place. Otherwise, you're just burning the money, and I can't do that. It's a very tight individual.
Well, it's not how you build a business. It takes time to build a business. Okay. And then, all right, that's for the staffing. And then exchanges.
We've got a couple more that are coming online fairly quickly. Bicky, I think it's called Bicky Exchange. I think these guys were formerly maybe part of Huobi. I'm not sure. I might have just made that whole thing up, but that seems to be somebody else is dealing with it. But they're coming online. But again, what everybody wants to know is when Binance. Everything's got to that when Binance. I get poked with that sharp stick. So once again, let's just make that very clear that Binance are quite a CSR based organisation, corporate social responsibility. They like to see good projects doing things. So once again, let's let the gig economy site get live. Let's get some of these NGOs tweeting, and suddenly we are a very different prospect. We need our liquidity to change. You know, we need more trading to go on, but more trading and more liquidity comes with as we move the project forwards. We've got some competitions that have gone down well on exchanges we've got coming again. Some of the exchanges we've agreed with to do competitions. That brings some liquidity up. So the answer is we will be aiming for top 10 exchanges as we always are, but you'll see us doing more competitions and more stuff with some of the exchanges we have. I was just trying to think how to not give away one of the countries, but there may be a clue in there. But we will also, of course, we will be listed on Binance at some stage. We're a good project. We're an ethical project. We are the type of project they like. Once we've got more trading and more liquidity, if it comes to paying a huge fee to Binance, we'll pay it. But we want to make sure that we've got everything in place first, so that when new people are introduced to the product, they don't come along and go, they come along and go, whoa, okay.
So it sustains, putting all the foundations into it actually sustains. Okay. And then future plans, anything else that we haven't covered, anything else you want to let us know, anything you don't want to let me know? That's the trouble. I do tend to just we've got more things. I have something else that's been lurking in my brain that is a monster game changer that ETN can unlock. Yeah, millions of people. Monsters in your brain.
Monsters in my brain. I won't. That one, genuinely, if I give it away, somebody else could perhaps start work on it, and we're not working on it yet. So I'm going to keep it. I'll keep it in. But I've spoken to the guys, and it's all right. But gig economy has to come first. Get that live, and then this is a sort of a tie-in in a similar vein. So
very good, very good. Well, I look forward to finding out. That, right? And any other last words, Richard?
Gosh, that sounds quite final. Sounds like you're an assassin. Get some final words. Well, that's the
crypto assassin. That's right.
The crypto assassin. No, I don't think so. Other than thank you for taking your time to get here. I know it was a nightmare to get here today, so thank you for coming along to the Electroneum office, and I hope that we do it again soon.
We will. Thank you so much.